Good game to watch. Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks had a heck of a week. A lot of stars in their building. Not too many bigger than that dude. Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns take to State Farm Arena, trying to battle with Atlanta. Every game so pivotal at this spot in the season. It's Kevin Durant. Had a few dunks in this one. This one going right at DeJounte Murray. It's Durant showing you the grown man athleticism. On the other end, it's Young with a steal and the score. And then Trae doing something he's more known for, which is nailing the deep three-pointers. Ice Trae now looking and finding a Yeka Nkongwu inside. A beautiful dime from the second best passer in the NBA statistically, Young. On the other end, it's Bradley Beal tying this game up in the second at 35. Bill's dealing with a broken nose. Look, his stat line in this one says he had 14 points and 10 assists. But if you watch this game, Bill was not the greatest version of himself. Just 5 of 16 from the field. Atlanta's game plan was to leave him open for 3. The Hawks' game plan was give the ball to Trae Young and let him work. He nails the 3. Phoenix wasn't trying to leave him open, and then he finds Clint Capella inside. Third quarter, it's Booker and Kevin Durant trying to bring the Suns back. They were both balling. Booker with the throwdown, and then Durant nails the 3. KD had 35 points in this one. Booker had 24. Hawks, though, got the lead in the fourth. It's Ice Trae once again going deep in that bag, and it's Shanae. He nails the deuce and then finds Bogdanovich for 3. And then more Young. Another steal, and then this 3 is just disgusting from Trae. 2 KS. He was 12 of 17 from the field, 7 of 11 from the three-point line. May I interest you in 32 points, 15 assists for the non-All-Star Trae Young. Most importantly, his Hawks get the 9-point win. If you are like me and love flexing your NBA knowledge, you should head over to the best place to play fantasy sports. That's Underdog Fantasy. For me, I love the pick'em game. It's super simple to play too. All you got to do is go to the Underdog Fantasy website or app, pick whether a player will have a higher or lower stat line for that game, get all your picks right, and you can win up to 20 times your money. And when you sign up, if you use my code FERRO, your deposit will get doubled. You can't beat that. Again, head over to today's sponsor, Underdog Fantasy's website or app, use my code FERRO, and your first deposit will get doubled. Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans went to San Antonio for a Texas two-step with Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs. I'm serious, man. Zion and Wemby really battled throughout this basketball game. Wemby showed you a lot of facets of his game, including the playmaking ability as you see him score, and then diamond down low to Trae Jones. Spurs got the early lead. Zion was more focused in his scoring bag. How about the big fella just bulldozing his way through Sadie Osman? Yeah, there's nothing he can do about that. And then how about Zion blowing past Wembanyama? Victor recovers, but still not there enough to stop Zion from scoring. On the other end, nobody even tries to contest Wembanyama. And then here's Devin Vassell contributing. Vassell had one of them games, 28 points for Devin. And then how about Wembanyama just flinging it the somehow, some way for his team? He made a play juice plus the foul. Third quarter, Spurs up by 8 and about to add to it. It's the big fella, Wembanyama, with the steal he can't make, but Jeremy Sohan is there to put it in. He had 16 rebounds to go along with 15 points. Brandon Ingram responds with a deuce of his own. We got a 1-point game late in the third. More Vassell scoring. And then Zion out there post, again, chest to chest, man to man is what you put in the gym versus what Zion did. I like Williams' chances. Pelicans up a deuce. It's McCollum. He had 21 points. On the other end, how about this acrobatic finish from Trae Jones to tie the game up? 1-point game, 2:40 remaining. It's McCollum, a clutch deuce. Spurs go back up 1. Now we're tied at 108. 2 minutes to go. It's Jones again with another finish at the rim. Spurs up 3, 30 seconds to go. Pelicans got to have one. Zion is the answer. He had 33. Pelicans now down 1. Here's the play of the game. Off the miss. It's Zion out in transition. Wembanyama chasing, but he can't get there in time. Look at the heads-up play from B.I. to set his team up with a position to just get the ball and take off with it. The Pelicans did just that. They're up a point in the closing seconds. Spurs opt to not go to Wembanyama. Vassell misses the deep three. Listen, that's my only complaint. You hear a lot of pundits saying, yo, the Spurs need to force feed the ball into Wembanyama more in the game. I'm not one of those guys, but what I will complain to you about is possessions like that late in game. Give your rookie a chance. Usually when he has the basketball, good things happen. Wembanyama was actually wide open on that last play if you rewind it. Spurs opt to go to Vassell, and they pay for it. They lose by 1 to the Pelicans. Jaren Jackson Jr. is like the last man standing for the Memphis Grizzlies, who had the Golden State Warriors in their building for the second time this season. Let's just say Curry and the Warriors had get back on their mind. Grizzlies won the last battle between these two teams. They did not win this one, as Curry and Jonathan Kuminga kicked the party off the right way. Curry for 3, Kuminga showing that pure athleticism. Warriors up by 5 in the second. It's Jaren Jackson doing all he could to keep the Grizzlies in this one. Jackson had 27 points, but he couldn't stop Kuminga, who got out in transition and threw down the dunk. And then Draymond's gonna find Andrew Wiggins inside. Warriors up by 9. Third quarter. It's Draymond once again finding a Warrior. This time he finds a guy that he's found a few times in their careers. He finds Curry, who puts the Warriors up by double digits. Do the Grizzlies have any fight left in them? At least Jackson Jr. does. It's Jaren nailing the three-pointer. Memphis down just by 6. Here comes Klay Thompson. This one of the three-pointers that he nailed in this one. Then Kevon Looney's going to get the deuce to count plus the foul. Looney would miss the free throw, but the Warriors are still up double digits. Fourth quarter. Here's another Trae ball from Thompson. Klay had 14 in this one. Warriors are rolling on the road. And then in transition off the Kuminga steal, I love that Brandon Podziemski got it back to Jonathan. Podziemski dished out a career-high 14 assists to go along with 12 points. Kuminga had 29 and Curry had 26 and 6. You see that 3 there to close this highlight out. It is the Warriors getting that get back. They walk into Memphis and beat the Grizzlies 121-101. Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers caught the Motown Blues in the first quarter against Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons. Look at this Detroit basketball. It's Cunningham finding Bogdanovich, who finds the bottom of the net for 3. And then Jay Navi working and finding the midi. It's 22-8, Detroit and counting. Cunningham, a little hesitation, gets to his spot and shows Russell Westbrook his wicked jump shot. The Clippers would have a response, and a lot of it was this dude, Kawhi Leonard, and more of it was another guy that you're familiar with. It's Russell Westbrook, as well as he finds Kawhi there for the deuce. Clippers already have cut their deficit down to just 3. Second quarter. There's Brodie, as I mentioned. I wouldn't lie to you now, as Paul George finds Brodie in transition, rewarding him for his efforts on defense. And then Kawhi nailing the 3. He was 6 of 8 from the three-point line, 12 of 17 overall. The Clippers have taken control of this game. Third quarter, it's Paul George. Easy money. He had 18. Cunningham and the Pistons try to make one more run. Cade had 16 points, and here's one of his 11 dimes to Bojan Bogdanovic, who had 26. Also got 28 from Jay Navi. So the Pistons' big 3 came to score. They're down a point, but there was just too much Clipper basketball. They just got weapon after weapon. There's Norman Powell beating the third quarter buzzer for 3. Fourth quarter, more legends getting it done. James Harden finds Russell Westbrook again in transition, and then Harden finds Brodie. In a half-court set up top we go. It's Russell Westbrook for show, throwing down the alley. And if some is good, more is better. More defense leading the offense. PG 1-3 to Kawhi, who had 33 points. It's all over. Just the question is whose stats are going to be the best out of this Clippers duo. Some would say Kawhi had the best game. I'd argue this dude had the best game. Russell Westbrook was 10 of 13 from the field. He had 9 assists and 23 points. And he made a little bit of history. He became the 25th player in NBA history to go over 25,000 points in his illustrious career. Clippers come back. They win it by 11.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing.
Why build theirs when I believe I can build my own?
You've already done it, or I wouldn't be here.
I'm already the only elite sports and music journalist in the game today. My goal is simple, to be the best there's ever been. So please don't go. Make sure you subscribe and follow the journey. It truly means everything to me. I tell stories. I talk music. I cover sports. I am culture. I am FERRO.